Hello, Miles Maeda here with more modern yoga movement videos. In this sequence, we are going to be practicing the roll down vinyasa. Let's begin by standing, and we will stand with the feet hip width apart. Center the pelvis so the pubic bone will lift and the sacrum energy will descend, and balance the head on top of the spine. And let's feel a nice lift from the back of the skull, and we'll lean forward, weight going more towards the roots of the toes, and back, weight going more towards the heels. Forward, so engaging the myofascial tissues in the back of the body, and when we lean back, engaging the myofascial tissues in the front. And forward, and back. And one more time, forward, lifting, and back, lifting. And come to your center. And we'll do a center gathering. Take your hands, feel the earth energy. And let's bring this energy up the legs, up the spine. Just let the elbows float up. And exhale, circulate that energy. And now we'll add a heel raise. Inhale. So we're lifting from the arches, the pelvic floor, all the way up through the throat. And exhale, lower the heels, lower the arms. Once again, this is a deep inner lift. Inhale. And on this one, let's exhale. The heels come down, but the arms stay parallel. And let's clasp the hands behind the neck. So we're gently squeezing and gently lifting, creating some traction in the spine, some space between the vertebrae. Let's inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to practice our roll down starting at the top of the spine. So just bring your chin down. And the hands will gently press the head forward, stretching the back of the neck. Inhale, let's bring the elbows in closer. And exhale, come down a little further, feeling the stretch between the shoulder blades. And now let's release any traction. And on your exhale, roll up. And then inhale, open the elbows and arms. And exhale, arms come down. Let's do our center gathering. Inhale, lifting up the inner thighs all along the spine. Lifting our myofascial core, and exhale, heels down, arms down. Now we're going to do the full roll down. So we're doing this in 3 parts. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, lifting from the back of the skull. Exhale, we start rolling around the throat. So curling the cervical spine. Let's pause. Inhale. And now let's exhale and roll over or around the solar plexus, keeping the pelvis centered. So feeling the lift of the pubic bone, energy flowing down the sacrum. And on your next exhale, let's roll around the pubic bone. And we're keeping the hands off the floor. So we're lifting at the pubic bone, lifting at the belly, feeling this nice even flexion in the back. Inhale here. And on our exhale, let's roll up, center the pelvis. Feel an opening in the front of the body and maintaining openness in the back of the body. Very good. All right, let's come to the front of our mat. Again, you can do this with feet hip width apart or together. And let's start with our center gathering, lifting from the back of the skull. Inhale, this is a deep inner lift, lifting the pelvic floor all the way up through the throat. Exhale, heels down, arms down. Inhale, center the pelvis and lift the spine. And let's roll down over the throat. This time it's continuous around the solar plexus. And then rolling around the pubic bone. When you get down to the floor, bend the knees, place the hands down, and let's relax. Feel the pelvic floor, the belly, and the back, all soft. Inhale, forward bend, extending the legs. So keeping your head down, long neck. Exhale, soften the knees. And inhale, half forward bend. You can keep your knees slightly bent if you like. Just feel a nice length in the spine. And then hands on the floor, walk or step back to downward facing dog. Your feet are hip width apart. Your hands are shoulder width apart. And here we want to spread our fingers and toes, extend the elbows, extend the backs of the knees. Shoulders are down from your ears. Nice long neck. And you can press your hands forward, away from your feet, and see if that creates a little lightness in the pose. Now we'll do our wave. Inhale here. And exhale. Let's curl from the tail, rolling up the spine, one vertebra at a time into a plank pose. So extend your elbows, press your heels back, extend the knees, and then lower the knees onto the floor. Let's travel back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and we'll step or walk up to the hands. Here's our half forward bend. Inhale. Nice long back. Exhale, bend the knees, hands on the floor. So we're softening the pelvis, the belly, and the back. Forward bend. Inhale, let's extend the legs. Keep the head down. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, extend the legs. And on the exhale, let's roll up, starting with centering the pelvis. So we're lifting at the pubic bone. The energy flows down the sacrum. One vertebra at a time, coming all the way up. And let's do our center gathering. Inhale. So lifting our myofascial core. And exhale, heels down, arms down. Let's do that again. So feel the lift from the back of the skull. Pelvis is centered. Inhale. Exhale, very smoothly. Fluidly roll down. And when you get to the floor, bend the knees, hands down, soften. Inhale, extend the legs, forward bend. Exhale, bend the knees, soften. Inhale, flat back. You can extend the legs or keep the knees slightly bent. And let's come back to downward facing dog. Now for a little more detail here, you can focus on the hands by pressing the thumbs down and the index fingers down. That creates a spiral in the forearms. And you can also press down the outer edges of the palms and feel that spiral in the upper arms at the shoulders. While you're doing that, you're also pressing the hands forward away from the feet. Extend the elbows, extend the knees, and inhale. On our exhale, wave. So we're articulating the spine one vertebra at a time. The head and neck come up last. And we want to feel a nice strong plank pose. So reach through your heels, extend the legs, press the arms out to the sides, widen the shoulders, and feel stability. And then lower the knees onto the mat. Let's travel back into downward dog. Nice long neck, inhale. And exhale, starting with the tail, wave. Pulling energy up the spine, all the way up through the throat. And again, feel this nice stability here by pressing the arms out to the sides. You can even press your legs out to the sides, keeping the feet fixed to the floor. And lower the knees. Come back, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. And walk or step up to the hands. Inhale, half forward bend. Nice long spine. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down, soften. So any tension that we might have in the strengthening poses, we want to soften. Inhale, forward bend, extend the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, soften. Inhale, extend the legs again. And let's roll up, feeling a lift in the front of the body. Maintaining openness in the back of the body. Head and neck come up last. And let's do our center gathering again. So feeling a lift from the arches, the inner thighs, all the way up through the spine. Exhale down. All right, this is our last one. Inhale. Roll down, exhale. Just let the arms hang. Rolling all the way to the floor. Bend the knees, soften. Inhale, extend the legs, forward bend. Exhale, bend the knees. Flat back, inhale, half forward bend. And downward facing dog. So inhale, lengthening the spine, pressing the hands away from your feet. Exhale, grounding the feet, extending the backs of the knees. Shoulders down from your ears, nice long neck. And just breathe here. You can root the thumbs and the index fingers and also the outer edges of the palms. And then let's do our wave. Inhale and exhale, rolling the spine into our nice strong plank. And then lower the knees. Inhale to downward dog. And on our exhale, wave. Coming all the way into the plank. And from here, let's lower the pelvis, coming into a cobra. So you can let your legs come to the floor, relax the tops of the feet, feel energy flow up the front of the body through the throat. Feel energy flowing down the back of the body, out through the legs. And on our next inhale, let's come up onto the hands and knees. And on the exhale, child's pose. So let's just take a short rest here. Release the elbows onto the floor. Feel the shoulders release. Breathing into the sides of the ribs and the back. And just feel gravity, letting everything melt to the floor. And then let's draw the legs together. Inhale. And on the exhale, let's roll up. You can just let your hands slide on the floor, starting with the pelvis. The rest of the spine follows. Come up into a sitting position with an upright spine. And that completes our sequence.